Thank you all for coming to our September Ask Your Guides live event. It's always so wonderful to have you join us here to bring your intention and your energy, because together we all rise up higher. And today I'm feeling that heaviness, excuse me, of what's, and my throat is feeling it too. Excuse me, of what's going on in the world. You know, we've got all of these devastating fires, and the smoke is going all the way to Europe, I heard. So it's like it's permeating the planet. It's feeling very heavy with the hurricanes. And Eileen said did you say your daughter had an accident?
My sister, my younger sister.
Her sister had an accident. And then, you know, last night we got the big blow that Justice Ginsburg has finally left this planet, and we had all hoped she might stay around a little bit longer, but she has certainly earned her reward. So I think I'd just like to start this morning with a little bit of a special blessing and a request of our angels and guides to give us some extra love and light to carry us through the day. So if you'll all join me, just sit back and close your eyes. Take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, really deep, getting all of that stuff out so that you can be fully present with us here today. And we just come before you, our Akashic teams, vast and varied, asking for your collective wisdom, for your love and your light today. Wrap us in your beautiful cocoon of light and love so that we might feel nourished, so that we might get a recharge of our vital life force energy, so that when we leave our gathering today, we all feel that burst of extra energy that will carry us through to face whatever challenges are out there in the world. Because we are feeling that heaviness. And we're now asking, please step up, let us lean on you. We need you now more than ever. We need your wisdom. So please bring that in extra doses today. I know you always do, but a little extra today, a little extra insight. A message of hope, that would be really appreciated. So whatever you feel we need to hear, we are open to hearing it. And we thank you for that. So is there anything you want to share with us before we begin? This is interesting. I'm hearing something that's like a chanting, but it's a language I don't understand. So of course I can't translate it for you. Let's see if they bring anything else. Oh, yeah, a hand just reached out with a big bouquet of flowers. It was like one of those magicians where they reach out and this bouquet just opens up in front of you. And with this beautiful, beneficent smile on the face, it's a female angel, and she's just offering her love and light to us and the flowers to remind us that life will be good again. The flowers will keep blooming. The cycles, that's what she's talking about. The cycles will continue. We're in a darker cycle now, but we are moving slowly, inexorably, feeling slowly, but we are moving slowly through this morass and out to a brighter day. So do not give up hope. Stay the course. Hunker down when you need to. Do that self-care when you need to. Always, always giving yourself extra doses of self-care, because you, dear, beautiful ones, are needed more today than ever. The mission is great, but you are up for it, or you would not be here at this time. You have everything you need within you, and you can ask us for more anytime you need. So please do ask. Never ever feel that you're asking too much, for you cannot ask too much. Truth is, there are days where we lie around, and they're showing me eating grapes, lying around eating grapes because you're not asking enough of us. So bring it. We're ready. Bring it on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for stalling that lawnmower out right there. We really appreciate it. All right. So, Donna, I think we're ready. We got our little dose of love and light.
Yes, Mike Weiner, please.
Okay, hang on just a sec. I want to switch over. Remember, I have to do that spotlight thing so all the faces are fixed. I forgot to do that. There we go. Okay, so now you guys will all have your privacy. Go ahead, Mike.
Good morning. I'm glad to see you're doing self-care. I am also. Things are shifting for me. I'm not sure where they're going. So any wisdom or perspective would be helpful.
Okay. So for Mike, who's doing his self-care, and congratulations on that, Mike, being a great role model and example for those you teach. Blessings to you from your team. What would you like to share with Mike this morning to help him be more effective for himself and for others? I'm seeing you as a lotus flower, and you're just opening up, Mike. You're opening up into this beautiful fullness of your bloom. And there you are. And all you have to do is be. That's what they want you to know, Mike. You don't have to do anything other than be unless it delights your soul. Because just the very nature of your energy and being that beautiful lotus blossom, you are enough. You are sending out love and light. I feel it pulsing from you, and it's sending out in waves to those around you who will feel it. And those who are a match for what you have to offer will be attracted to you. They will come closer to you. I'm feeling like some may be hesitant to ask, but that's okay. That's their issue to deal with. Just allow them to be in that hesitancy. You continue just beaming your love and light. When it penetrates deeply enough, they will come and ask for more. But for the moment, you're doing what's perfect. Just being in that beautiful, balanced state. That's enough. Does that help?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes. Anything else?
No, that's what I was getting, that I don't have to work so hard anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you confirmed it. Thank you. Bless you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Great. Next is Rachel Smits. I hope I'm saying that right, Rachel. And she said that she loves the right hand instead of assistant. So wonderful.
Hi.
Jill.
Hi, Deborah. Yeah, super happy to see you, and happy to be here. So yeah, my question was, what I wrote down is, I just kind of want to know what the guides are saying, and it's particularly, I want to travel the world, and that's what I really want to do. And yeah, it's just a bit stuck right now. So that would be one question, just like, what are they saying about that? And then the second one would be about my online business.
Okay. So what can you share with Rachel today about her desire to travel and to step more into the fullness of her gifts and what she brings to the world? I'm hearing that song, Blue Skies Shining on Me, nothing but blue skies do I see. That's for you, Rachel. So that's a very positive, uplifting message, and it's hopeful for your future. So what else do you have to share with Rachel? Yeah, they're wanting you to keep your eyes up. Don't look down at what has not yet arrived. Look up in appreciation for what is already here. Yeah. Anything more on that? Yeah, they're just like, get out there and revel in the blue skies and the light and the love that's out there for you, Rachel, because there is a great deal of love I feel coming towards you for what you bring to the table. Great deal of appreciation, both from your guides as well as from those you serve. So that's coming. Just allow it to come in, accept it, revel in it, allow it to inspire you to more as you keep your eyes up. So can you connect that for Rachel to her online business? How does that connect with the online business? Yeah, I'm seeing you walking very carefully, one foot very carefully placed in front of the other, like you're walking along a train trestle or something. So they're saying, loosen up, Rachel. You don't have to do that. We've got you. Put your feet, plant them firmly on the ground, and walk out with power, with confidence of who you are and what you bring to the world. No hesitancy. That's what they're calling you to do now.
I get that, but I get that, and I think I'm doing that, and I'm trying to, like, listen to the signs and everything. And I am super motivated, and I'm doing, my videos and my posts and all of that. I'm reaching out to people. I just want to know if, like, what I'm doing, should I keep doing that, or should I change something? Because in the end, even though I'm here to serve and help like you, I really enjoy that when I make somebody happy. But in the end, I want this business to monetize, I want this to kind of would like something about that.
Okay. So I'm hearing the word timing, and it's kind of pulsing off the back of my brain. So it's about timing. You are on the path. They're just asking you to step it up a little bit. There's that feeling of hesitancy, of not knowing what direction. And they're saying, Rachel, go to your solar plexus, feel your way through your choices, and then get out there and get moving. No holding back. And even if you make a mistake, it's okay, because you learn something, then you plot a new course and you go that way. So there's trial and error involved. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the journey. So don't let that throw you off course. You are on the right path at the moment. Yes, there are going to be some zigzags and, some bobs and twists and turns here and there, and that's all perfectly normal. But don't feel discouraged. That ties back into the original message, Rachel, of don't look at the ground, about what's not here. They're circling you around. So now eyes up, in confidence that you've got this and you do know which way to go, and just get going. And then as you take each step, be in a state of gratitude and appreciation for what you've already accomplished. It's feeling like you're not giving yourself enough credit for what you've already done.
No, absolutely not. What you're saying is exactly what I'm saying to all my clients, because I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to make mistakes, because that's what I keep telling others. And I learned that. I really did. It's just that I'm not, it's true. I'm not, I'm always pushing myself, and I'm always, going forward. That's not the thing. It's just that I'm not sure if I don't know. It's like, I would like more clients, that's kind of, so it's not that I'm afraid. I just don't know what I need to change, or do I need to change anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you focus on not having enough clients, you manifest not having enough clients.
I know. I'm saying it, and I'm hearing myself saying that. Totally. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm just a bit tired of people like, you're so close, you're doing so great. You're doing so great, Rachel. I'm like, yeah, but it's not, I wanted to break through, really.
Yeah. And you will break through when you stop focusing on not having enough. Let that go. Don't even worry about it. Focus on the joy in each day of what you're doing and what you're accomplishing. And of course, how you're feeling. Pay more attention to how you're feeling. Whatever you need to do to lift yourself up and feel better, because there's not enough of that going on right now. And when you get into that state, it pulls you off course. It diverts the energy that would have been going out there attracting those clients. So, then it's kind of scattered energy. You're not being as effective as you could be. So they're saying you're so close, and that's what that whole timing reverberation was about. So just stay with it, but keep your eyes up more and more attention to how it feels, and always choose the good stuff.
Can you just clarify just that, and then I'm done? Like, how do I feel? Like, what do you want? What exactly does that mean? Like,
Sure. Yeah. You go to your solar plexus when you're making choices, and you feel, what is the choice that feels the most empowered? That's how you make the best choices. Then on your daily basis, check in with your solar plexus. What I'm doing right now, how does this feel? Is this really in alignment with what I want to do? Or is it something I'm doing because I was told I needed to do it? There's a lot of reflection that comes with that. It's going over and reassessing how you're spending your time and your focus, and choosing the ones that are the most empowered, that make you feel the best. So when you put more focus on the ones that you feel the best about, that's going to lift your eyes up. You're going to feel better, which in turn is going to put out more of that positive energy that will draw to you those clients you seek. Yeah, it's almost like you're wearing this jacket that's got barbs on it. That's what I'm seeing. So when you go into that state of, you know, I don't really know. I'm doing this, but I don't know. And I don't have enough clients. It's like you have those barbs on and you're repelling them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have moments that I'm really like, oh, you know, I have abundance and I'm in a state of abundance and I'm just, you know, I'm really loving what I do and all of that. And yeah, and it just flips a lot. I need, it's like daily, so many times that in my head, I'm just switching sides all the time, you know, but yeah, it's true. It works. I do appreciate it. And I like what you said about, you know, love is coming my way. So it could be internal love, but I'm still hoping for my soulmate to come by. So bring it up.
Yeah. Well, part of that, of course, is you getting into that place of being
Yes.
ready and not
Yes.
repelling them, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
got from what you just said is you are doing it for flashes of moments. That's beautiful. That's perfect, Rachel. Instead of saying, I'm only getting it for flashes of moments, it's like,
I'm already.
oh, yeah, look at the moments I'm getting. Focus
It's
on
true.
those and you'll get more
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah. If only I can travel again, then, but if you see blue skies, that's all I need. So
Yeah,
it's
they're
also
coming.
good. It's so, I also want to share with everyone just really quickly. Like I remember a few months ago, I was dying to go to Australia at the end of this year. And I asked you and my guys were saying, nope, not this year. And it's absolutely true. It's just impossible, you know? So yeah, so the things you say have, or my guys are saying, you know, the things you hear, it's just, it's amazing. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Glad it helped. Who's next, Donna?
I can unmute myself. Thank you. Eileen is the next. She's asking about republishing her book. Go, Eileen, connect with
Good
the
morning,
guide.
Deborah. And first, I want to thank you and my guides. I asked you a question in the past because I was having a difficulty with my son, with whom I'm living. And you told me to focus on my power and confidence. And I realized that the issue that was troubling people, my son was asking me to be different than I was, and I couldn't understand what he was asking me. And I remembered years ago a reading I had where they told me that I'd been telling the truth so long that when people were in my company, any hidden truth in them would come up and they would think I was being mean. And when I remembered it, I decided, okay, so what's going on here is something I'm not ready to give this up, and it's happening without me. So I'm just going to accept it. And within an hour, my son said to me, your energy has changed and things are better. So I just wanted to say that. It was very interesting because it was doing exactly what you suggested or what was suggested. So thank you.
That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, because a lot of people need to understand that you've got to be your authentic self. That's when you're most effective and empowered.
Yes. I'm still having some issues with my granddaughter, but she's having issues with her vagus nerve, which I'd like to know something about. She's passing out. She's 12. And I'm thinking that she's holding on to a lot of emotional stuff because she's still avoiding me. And I'm allowing that because I don't want to push things. So I also am trying to take over guardianship of my book from my publisher, who has sent me a bill for $12,000 and is holding my book hostage. And so I'd like some advice about that. I think it's funny. And I'm doing a lot, and I'm having plenty of clients, but I've been doing this all my life, and I'd like to know how to streamline my efforts. That's my ask, please.
So the question right now is how to streamline your efforts?
The question is there anything that I can suggest for my granddaughter who's passing out? Is there any suggestion of what to do about this $12,000 bill, and how can I streamline my efforts?
Okay.
That's my package.
Your granddaughter's name?
Ava.
Ava. So can you help Eileen give her any indication of what might be behind Ava's passing out? Is it a physical issue? No, it's not a physical issue. So it's an energetic? No, it's emotional. Okay, so it's an emotional issue. Is it related to something that happened to her in the past? Okay, Was it in the present life? Okay. So did she have some kind of trauma that's causing this? All right. Can you tell us when this happened? Has it been many years? No, it's relatively short. Okay. So like, you said she's 12?
Yes.
Okay. So like around the age of 10? Younger than 10? Okay. So 9, 8, 7. Okay. Somewhere around age 7, was this something that was done to her? Yeah, something that was done to her. Was it by a family member? No. A friend? Another child? Okay, so another child. Was it a male? It was a female. So it was a contemporary of hers? Like somebody else the same age? Okay. And was this done deliberately? It was an accident. They didn't intend to hurt her. Okay. Can you give us any more about what it was? I'm just feeling her like tightly rolled up into a ball, like trying to protect herself. And it's so tight that it's putting pressure on her internals. So what can you tell us that would be helpful for her to get out of this? Would it be some kind of mental health therapy? Would that be the best, the optimal choice for her? Yeah. What about energy work? Would energy work be helpful for her? That's kind of a so-so. It's feeling like maybe a combination would be good, but with more emphasis on like some kind of talk therapy. Does she remember this? Yeah, she remembers it. Whether she'll tell you, that's a whole other, ball of wax, but it's something that happened around 7. So yeah, that's what she's dealing with. Is that enough? Do we need to probe more?
That's very helpful and in line with my own thinking. And I appreciate it. So
Yeah,
we'll
you're
go
welcome.
from there. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So remind me, what was the second question?
About the working with the publisher of my book too.
Yeah.
I made the offer to, I would take it over so we could make more money with it. And that's what I got back.
Okay. So what guidance can you give Eileen in regards to her book and this $12,000 bill from the publisher? Is it wise to continue pursuing it? Let's start there. No. Would it be wise to walk away? Yeah, they're like, Eileen, you're so tangled up in all of this turmoil and Sturm and Drang with them that it's holding you back from doing other things that you could be doing. So you know what's in that book. You could write a new book that's slightly different, similar but different, and then it's totally yours. And just walk away from them.
All right, thank you. I'm willing to do that. And that was one of my options.
And what was the third question?
I always take on way too much. I'm seeing clients creating classes, publishing books, appearing on podcasts, writing in the self-care book. How do I streamline a little bit so that I can get my information out to the world? Oh, and I'm publishing the second book. So I can get the word out in the world with less stress on me at age almost 78 now.
Okay, so how can Eileen be more effective with sharing her message with the world? I'm seeing you walking up to your desk, you're taking your arm and you're shoving it all off. You're starting with a clean slate. And then you're sitting in your chair and you're thinking about, when I leave this planet, what do I want to leave behind? And how do I do that? So as you pick those tasks back up, you're going to look at each one. It's like you're holding it in your hand. It's like a ball or a crystal or something, and you're examining it and you're feeling your way through it. Does this help me towards my goal? If it does, you leave it. If it doesn't, it goes back off the desk. You're going to go through each of these things that you thought needed to be done or were priorities and assess them all that way. It's just like those people who teach decluttering do, right? So you're going to sift through all of the clutter to find the gems.
Thank you.
The gems are the only thing that stays. So you're going to simplify greatly. And don't put too many on there. Only put the ones that you would regret not doing if you died tomorrow. Really be that black and white about it.
All right.
That will
Thank you.
serve you. Yeah. And you'll feel so much better because it's like a big weight being lifted off of you. And now you've got this big clean desk where you can actually work.
Yes, I'm sitting at it right now. I'm looking. All right. Thank you very, very much. All of you. Thank you, Deborah.
Deborah, may I affirm before you go on to someone else, just the thoughts that came to me that are so strong in relationship to Eileen?
Yeah.
Eileen, Ava was bullied. I see her rolled up in a ball and she was bullied. So that has to do with that. And the first thing that came to mind was write another book, fold that hand. I mean, because you have it in you and you're on the end. By the way, you know, I know exactly where you are at 77. I'm 71. And it's like, what do I want to leave as my legacy? And that is a huge lesson that Deborah has given us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Donna.
You bet. So Melinda is up next. She said that she'd be right back. I'm not sure if she returned. Melinda, are you back?
Oh, sorry, Donna. That was from before I had to. Before,
okay, so you're
Deborah
back.
did
You're up.
meditation. Oh yeah, yes. So
it's your turn, darling.
Thank you, and Eileen. Kudos to you for having so many projects that you have to edit. That's how I feel. So I think that's amazing, and hugs to Ava. So it's, my heart goes out to her. Deborah, thank you so much, and thank you guys, and thank you Donna for being our helper with this all too. I love both of you so much. As of last Friday, the 11th, which you know, Deborah, I had a major business shift that I'm super excited about. I feel like this weight is off my shoulders, and I would love to know what the guides are saying, what my guides are saying, as some messages, and then I have like a subset question after that.
Okay. Yeah, as you said that, I saw like the shackle was taken off of your leg. It's just a release. So what can you share with Melinda about this new stage that she's stepping into, this new chapter, freer? I'm feeling this big expansion of your lungs. It's like you couldn't fully breathe before. It was like you were wearing something that constricted you, and now you're able to fully breathe. So that's also about you being more empowered, stepping more into your gifts and using them very consciously and deliberately. Because as you do that, you are going to attract those people who are a great match to work with you. They will feel that shift in your energy, and it's like, I never noticed Melinda before. It's like they looked over you because you weren't a match for them at that time, but now you will be a match for them and they will feel that. So it's a little like Eileen. It's you stepping into and doing those things that just bring you the most satisfaction and joy. By extension, that's going to bring in the people who are that match that will bring you more joy and satisfaction as you move forward. So don't worry about it. You're in a really beautiful place right now. So I'm seeing you walking on the beach and the sun in your hair and just, soaking up that beautiful warmth and light, breathing freely and knowing that as you're walking forward on that beach, opportunities are coming from the other end of the beach to meet you. So it's about being in that calm, relaxed place, no worries about what's coming next. It's allowing it to come and meet you. You don't have to go find it. It's coming to meet you.
You. And that's been the issue for the last 2 years, is I've always been looking over my shoulder, afraid to really be my authentic self. And now I feel like, I can finally like just do and be. So that's beautiful and what I was hoping for. So thank you. Thank you. My second part is similar to Eileen in a way. The company has only agreed to pay me a certain for a certain period of time instead of on all the work I have done. So I feel like I want to fight them on that, but then I feel like, do I just let it go? So I would love to know.
Okay. So would it be an optimal choice for Melinda to fight for what she feels she's rightly earned? Okay, this shocks the crap out of me, Melinda, but I got a yes, because usually they would say don't fight for stuff like that. So
I got a yes to, and I doused, and I read
yeah.
my card.
So when you say fight for it, do you mean like hire a lawyer? Is that the
Yes.
optimal choice? Yeah, I get a yes on that.
Because they have paid, so it's intentional. So against me that they're choosing not to pay me. So they have paid people in the past when they've, parted ways on all of their business, and it's just not right. I mean, there's just without sharing, digging, whatever. It's just really not right. I should get paid. And I did douse on it, and I got a strong yes. And then I read my cards and I got a strong yes, but I appreciate the extra third check of yes.
Exactly. That's great.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. This really helps.
What they're also adding though is hand it off. Don't you get enmeshed in it, because you've got other stuff to do. Let the lawyer take care of it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I would love that, because that's the thing is, like, I don't want the energy to screw up my positive railroad track energy. So that's where I was kind of struggling with it too. It was like, okay, I'm on this great path now that it's like this one little thing, but I freaking deserve that money. So
yeah.
So okay. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yes, Melinda, it is certainly a case of allowing your game to come to you rather than trying to find your game. It's like rather than clutching for your game, just be you and allow your customers to find you, and yes, go,
Thank you.
find an attorney and get back to your game rather than you do the fight.
And that's an easier way to be anyways. So I would rather have people find me. So that's really good.
There you go. Next up is Kat G.
Good morning.
Hi, Kat. How are you?
Doing well. How are you? I know you're having a hard day today, but hopefully you'll get better.
Yeah, thank you.
So basically, I just wanted to know, is there anything from my guides today? I know that last time we talked about the business, and I've created a logo. I've been kind of experimenting with recipes and stuff, and I really enjoy it. I'm having fun. But there's a little bit of a snag. How will I financially get this going? Because I know it takes a startup of some sort. And right now I feel like I don't know where it's coming from. I'm still waiting on some money that I'm expected to get, and I've yet to receive it from the IRS. I've been waiting on that for a long time, and I'm just wanting to know when that money is coming so I can get going. I can get started on my passion.
So let's start with the question about the IRS. The money that Kat is expecting from the IRS, is that going to come in the next 6 months? Longer than that? Yeah, longer. Okay, so yeah, what I was feeling as you were talking is, Kat, don't even worry about that money. Let it go. When it comes, it'll be a gift.
Okay.
Focus on other ways of bringing in money. So while you're in that startup phase and you need money to start up, that's where it's up to you to get really creative. Look around and what things can you do? Maybe you can sell some things. Some people will do, if you're already offering a service that you have people willing to pay for, maybe you can do like a fire sale and say, hey, going out for a business sale, you can do that kind of thing. Whatever it takes to bring it in, and be very creative. Let your creativity really blossom there.
I'm actually in the process of trying to find a job because I figured I worked in the healthcare field. I have experience in that. Might as well just go with what I know and use that to, light the fire for myself to be a self-starter.
Have you thought
keep-
about looking for opportunities as a private healthcare aide?
No, I don't know.
You know, there are lots of families who have an elderly family member that doesn't want to go into a nursing home, and they would
Okay.
happily pay someone to come, you know, a few hours a week or something. That could be great because it gives you flexibility.
Yeah, I did that for 8 years. And I ended that the last 2 years of caregiving as a hospice caregiver. And from there, I went to the hospital and became a registration person in the ER. And I kind of want to go more of that route. I got burnt out real bad being a caregiver. It took a toll on me physically, mentally, emotionally. It was hard.
Yeah, then you don't want to go there. So it's about looking and assessing what you've got, what resources and skills. You don't have to get a quote job. There are lots of other ways. But yeah, maybe you get a part-time job just to bring in enough money to tide you over. There's always temp agencies. You can do that too. So yeah, when you do this, pause with each one, feel it through your solar plexus. Does this feel like your optimal choice? Because that's what you're looking for.
Anything from my guides? I would love to hear anything. I've been feeling kind of down lately, so anything from them I'd really appreciate.
What can you share with Kat that will help her feel uplifted today? So they're singing Zippity Doo-Dah, and they've got you on one of those like tarps, and they're, you know how you have a circle of people holding the tarp, and they're what do they flop you up into the air, and you're bouncing up and down like in a circus act. So they're just saying, lighten up, more laughter, relax. It's the breathe, relax, allow mantra. Whenever you start feeling all those worries and that tension, just stop, do some deep breathing and do the breathe, relax, allow. When you get into the allow, just really open and receive. And as you do that, focus your attention on your solar plexus and see what you're feeling there. Allow that to guide you and inspire you, because those inspired ideas are being whispered around you by your guides all the time. You're just not getting them because you get into that mode where you're afraid and, you know, maybe even a little desperate sometimes. And then it's like you're gripping so hard, the messages can't get through. That's why breathe, relax, allow is so important. It's in those moments, and whatever whispers you hear, act upon them.
We'll do that. Thank you. I also have my brother here. He's over to the side, and he's just getting into this whole spiritual journey as well. And I would love for the guides to say anything for my brother Jonathan.
Okay.
Anything for him, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
He's
So,
going through a hard time right now.
all right. Excuse me. What can you share with Jonathan today? I'm seeing him lying on a table getting a massage, but it's angels who are massaging him. And they're not doing massage as we would think about it. It's more energy work, but they're running their hands very lightly over his body and filling him with the love and light. They're re-energizing him very slowly and carefully, because it feels like he's quite depleted and he needs this massive recharge. So you think of it like you take your car and you plug it in if you got an electric car, right? So he just needs to go plug into his team and let them recharge him. But take whatever time it takes to do that. Don't rush it. So that can be done through meditation. That can be done, you know, in just moments while you just sit and feel it and allow it. But if he's good at visualizing, I would encourage him to visualize that scene where he's lying on his stomach flat out and he's getting energy work from angels.
Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
very, very grateful. Thank you.
Excellent, and welcome, Jonathan. And next is Alice, and she said her daughter Maria hopefully will be here too.
Yes, I see them. Hi.
You want Alice to unmute?
Yeah, Alice, I'm trying to unmute. It's not letting me unmute you.
Yeah, they have to unmute themselves.
There you go.
I should go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I just would like some guidance on moving forward. I've just been just a lot of distress and like responding in a way that doesn't like align with how I would like to. So.
Okay. So what can you share with Maria that would help her to move forward in a positive and uplifting way? I'm seeing you, Maria, looking down into this deep, dark well, and all you're seeing is blackness. But it's like you're so fascinated by staring into this well, you can't do anything else. And that's taking you away from living the joyful life that your soul wants to live. So it's like, stop looking in the well. And that could be depression. Feels like that's what it might be. So take your eyes off of that darkness. And even if it's just for seconds at a time, focus on something light and uplifting. And maybe it's cartoons. I'm feeling like cartoons. Give yourself permission to just go watch some really funny cartoons, just so you can laugh, to get out of that darkness for moments. As you do that, you're going to start feeling better. And then you're going to do it longer and longer. So find those little slivers of light. So now I'm seeing you walking on the beach, and you're doing some deep breathing. You're starting to feel a little bit better. And you're walking along, and you're noticing these little slivers of bright colored glass. So you pick them up, you're gathering them. You're gathering your treasures and your light as you walk down this beach. And while you're doing that, each one of these little pieces of glimmering light that you put in your basket, it's lightening you up. You're feeling lighter the more of those you gather. It's like they're energizing you and lifting you up. So now I'm seeing you walking along the beach, but you're starting to walk off the ground, if that makes sense. You're like levitating, so you're starting to lift up. That's how much lighter you feel by doing this. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I will look for the light. I don't, could I, maybe a more of a question of the, for a relationship that I have, how to move forward. I think there's a lot of stress around that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's that?
Will there just stay or not?
In a relationship that you're in now, a romantic relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So is it optimal for Maria to stay in the romantic relationship she's presently in? Now I get an immediate no. This is not a positive, uplifting relationship.
Okay.
Is that a surprise?
I mean, no, I've been hearing, I've been hearing some no's. It's just, I also know it's just different things. Thinking it is trying to help and is a way sort of to move from where I'm at. So.
Yeah, usually we know. We just need somebody to validate for us.
Do you want to ask anything about your other relationship or no?
Yeah.
Like Brian? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you have a question, Alice?
Yeah, I've got one is just our country's going through so much right now. I would just love to hear the guide's perspective on how we're doing and what America is turning into with all this transformation. So that's one. And then in terms of myself personally, last time I checked in with the guides, I am in the process of writing a book. It seems like it's going excruciatingly slowly, so anything to help fuel a fire under me would be helpful. And I still feel heaviness around like undigested stuff with my parents and siblings. And is there something for me to proactively work on there, or just keep working on letting it go?
Yeah,
So that's like a,
as you said that, I saw you like a spool of yarn, and the layers are slowly coming off. So, you know, it's like, it's not, you're just going to, you know, draw up the curtain and it's going to be released. It's layers of healing, because it took a long time to get there. So be patient with yourself. Know that you are healing in layers. Be in a state of gratitude for that. Notice the changes, write them down, because you'll forget if you don't. And it's important that you keep track of them so that you can celebrate how far you've come. Otherwise, you miss that. So you are in the process of unspooling. That's what they want you to know, and that's a really good thing. So let's ask about the book next, because the America question will take a little bit longer, I think. So what can you tell Alice about this book project? They're jumping up and down and like, yeah, do it already. Let's get it moving, Alice, because, okay, so now they're saying that's actually tied to some of the unspooling that you're doing. That's why it's going a little slow. The more you put into that book and you get that thing moving, the faster you're going to unspool.
okay.
You can really build up a head of steam like a freight train now. If you really get into that and put your energy and intention into it, that's going to serve you. So yeah, move in that direction. The sooner the better.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And of course, if I added anything, it's, well, obviously, having a depressed daughter is hard. And if there's more I need to do as a mom, I would love to know that also.
Okay. Is there anything more that Alice can do to help Maria? I'm seeing you just be that steady, firm, strong fence post. You're just there for support because it's her journey. So you're supporting, but allowing her to make her own choices and do what she needs to do. Just always knowing that you're there. That's the important thing, being that support.
May I just mention that the next person who's up has been here since 11:08. She has to leave at 11:55. Can you put anything to do with politics towards the end of the session?
That's fine. That's good.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. So go ahead.
It's Marie Faulkner.
Okay.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Marie. You're still mute. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I typed in my question. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was based, interestingly enough, alongside everyone else about my business. And I wanted to know about taking the right actions with respect to my business and kind of finding out if I'm actually doing the, you know, if there's any actions that I should take that I haven't already done so to serve others and create more momentum in my business, if you will.
Okay. So what can you tell Marie about creating more momentum in her business? Getting lots of swirling uncertainty. Is there another question underneath there that you didn't ask?
Oh, wow.
The question had to do with attracting more towards her. Those are the words that I got.
Yeah,
I guess
it's feeling like there's a question she didn't ask.
I guess the thing is that I'm spending a lot of time learning new things. It seems to be a trend for me, and in doing that, I feel that it's foregoing some action that needs to be taken that is otherwise being buried through all of this learning. Does that make sense, Deborah?
Yes, it's compartmentalizing. That's what's missing, Marie. So here's a wise homonym that was given to me years ago that I think will serve you. You're in business to make money, honey. So when you look at how you're spending your time, you prioritize the things that bring in the money first. Then do
Okay.
your projects of learning new things that satisfy your soul, right?
Yeah.
But if you're not accomplishing that priority of bringing in revenue, then you're self-sabotaging. You are actually choosing not to make money. So then you have to ask yourself, why am I choosing that? What's
Yeah.
behind that?
Is that the question behind the question you were referring to?
Maybe. So what else
Yeah.
can you tell Marie? Yeah, it's really, compartmentalizing was the big word that was coming up. So if you compartmentalize, here you've got the training that you're doing in the one bucket, and the other bucket you've got the actual concrete steps you can do that bring in revenue. So put the top of the list, do those first, but you allow room to do the other stuff because you enjoy that and you need balance. You don't want to be totally out of balance. I think that's where some people get off. They feel like they have to go full speed ahead on the bucket that's the money-making stuff. And no, that's out of balance. You need all the pieces to come together to be that balanced, successful, harmonious person. But you definitely have to focus on that money bucket first.
Yes, thank you, Deborah. That's very helpful. And unfortunately, I can't stay till the end, but I'll watch the recording. Thank you again, and lovely to be here with everyone.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Up next is Carrie Go. I believe I'm saying it correctly. G-O-H. How am I supposed to say that?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Okay, go. Then Carrie, go.
Yeah. They make a lot of jokes on my name. Yeah, but it's Carrie and Go. Yeah. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate it. I have two questions. So the first one is, I'd like to know, where's my question? Oh, okay. Where I am on my spiritual path. What can I do now to accelerate the process? I know I'm quite an impatient person, but if there's a way I can speed it up a bit, what would be my next step? That's the first question. So do you want to hear the second question?
Let's ask the question first, because I might forget. So what can you share with Carrie about the next step on her path? How can you help her move faster to get out of hesitation? So I'm seeing you like a Native American scout, and you're looking around for what it is you want to do, and everything is so far away. You're not getting clarity about what it is. So that means you've got to move closer to those things so that you can see them. Don't hold yourself back. You need to step up more boldly and engage so that you will be able to discover those opportunities, because unless you engage with them, you don't get the chance to feel them and see if they're right for you. So it's like you've gone to this buffet and you've got all these choices. So it's about you go along and you sample what's there until you find the very best for you. But if you don't get up there close to the table so that you can actually touch and engage, you're not going to get any information. You're needing that feedback. So it's about you moving closer to the table. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm paying close attention, but I'm not getting clarity, I suppose. There are quite a few choices, just wanting to make sure that it's the right one. That's probably what that apprehension is. It's just, is this the right one? It's a bit of, you're right, there is hesitation. So it's a bit like a trial and error then. I just have to go and
yeah, well, when you're faced with too many choices and you don't know which one to make, you put them all in front of you, like you can see them lined up in front of you. You start on one side, you engage with that, you feel it in your solar plexus. Does this feel like the most delicious, amazing choice I could make? And you do that through each of the items until you find the one or two maybe that are the best. And then if you still can't make a choice between the last two, you flip a coin and you take whichever one you get. And just go try it for a while. If it works out, great, keep going. If it doesn't, don't keep doing it. Change course quickly. Find the next thing that's delicious and lovely to do. So it's about, for you, going through the choices, feeling your way through, because for you, it's not thinking your way through. If you're doing that, that's why you're stuck. It's more feeling of it. Feel the ones that are good, and don't be afraid of choosing the wrong one. That's where we get stuck a lot of times, because we think, oh gosh, I chose the wrong one. Now what am I going to do? I'm in this mess. No problem. Discard, go pick a new one. You don't have to stay with something that's not working. That's a big problem in our society today, that obligation that comes with choices sometimes, that holds us back. It's like shackles. Like Melinda had those shackles. So if it's not serving you, take off the shackles, go choose something new. You don't have to stay there. If it doesn't serve your soul, don't stay there.
Right. So which brings me to the next question. So another choice now. So I'm tempted now to sign up for another healing course. And I've done quite a few in the past, but this seems to have a pull. It's called Ostadouche. And is this a wise move, and is this aligned with my intention to make money?
So for Carrie, is this Oskadouche training an optimal choice for her at this time? No. It's a distraction that's keeping you from taking action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like each time something like this comes along that gets you excited, like, oh, this is the thing that's going to take me into revenue?
You put in that investment, time, energy, money, and then, and then you say, okay, move on to the next. But I can't, keep trying, and I move on. And how many times can I be moving on? I'll be different.
Right. So it's about you looking around and realizing you already have everything you need to go into revenue for your business. It's stop being distracted by all of those shiny objects out there. Focus on what you've already got and implement it, but do it in a way that brings joy to you, because you're looking for that thing that feeds your soul. And it's probably, Carrie, going to be a combination of the things that you've learned. That's why you wanted to learn all these things, not to do them individually, but to combine them in some new way of serving that feels good to you and that others want.
That's a thought. Yeah. I just don't feel I'm very original. That's why I thought, you follow a model and you apply a model that's worked for other people, rather than someone has said the same thing.
No, because you're following somebody else's path then. So it's about you taking what you have. Sure, do it the way you were taught to start with. But as you start doing it, you're going to be looking for ways that you can modify it to suit you better. You're always going to be doing that and crafting it into your own unique offering. And that happens over time. You just start doing it, and then you allow the inspiration to come in, and you start shifting it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's very helpful. Thank you, Deborah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, we all get pulled into that let's take another course again syndrome.
Oh, there's a lot of us here that do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We do. So I just wanted to say to Carrie, we're in the boat too sometimes. So Melinda says, yeah,
like this, Carrie.
Yeah. If I didn't have an external drive with all the courses, I would have to build another room of bookcases. Next is Ava, and I'd like to be able to say your name correctly. I believe it's Borho, and I'm not sure about the H, but I love the crickets. So Ava, you're up. Unmute yourself, dear.
Okay. And it's Eva. But yes, I keep seeing crickets everywhere, like every day. It's really consistent and multiple times throughout the day. And I know some people are like, it's just that season. But like, to me, I feel like the crickets are yelling at me. But they're always there in like signs like, we're just having fun. And then a cricket will pop up. And I'm like, okay. And my son is here. He wants to say hello. Hello.
Hi, Gavin.
And so I just thought it was a sign of good luck, kind of like I'm on the right path, because I put my book out to a publisher and it's really the one I want, so I'm waiting to hear back from them before I put out to other publishers. And but I keep seeing that sign of the cricket, and I feel like I get a lot of signs of like trust, so I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just chill and just have a good time and let this happen. But I didn't know if there was more to that sign, so I wanted to ask. And then also I just wanted to ask, a lot of people around me, like I have one friend that's getting divorced. My mom has a health struggle, and my sister's having a really rough time at work. So I also wanted to know if there was any guidance about how to just lovingly support them, because I'm just trying to like quietly listen, not give unsolicited advice, because I know a lot of times it just comes off like Pollyanna. But I can't help it because I have had a good time. I'm like, sometimes you have to go through the darkness to get to light. So I just wanted to throw those out there if there's more to the crickets, and then just how I can support people without sounding annoying. So.
Okay. So let's start with the annoying and work backwards.
Okay.
So the thing about the sounding annoying, by listening to them, if they're always coming at you with complaints and all the problems in their life, you're actually enabling them to stay in that energy.
Yes, and I try not to. I'm all about like meet it and let it go, or let it stop controlling you in this present moment. And they still are like, I think it was funny, your book, you talked about that idea of like when people want to roll around in the mud and you're like, I want to roll around in the mud with you. That when I read that book, I was almost like, did she channel this for me? Like it was so. So I guess I'm surrounded by a lot of mud rollers, and I don't know. I guess some part of me attracted that. I don't want to roll in the mud. I just want to have a good time. So I don't know.
Well, you incarnated to that family for a reason. So perhaps the lesson there is for you to not do that, to see that example and to go your own path. So you have options. You spend less time with them, excuse me, or when they start down that dark path, you just change the subject. Don't let them go there. Stop them right away. And you can get so good at this that they won't even know that's what you're doing. And you'll start training them to be less dark.
Okay.
It's like my mother. I can only spend an hour with her because it's like all this dark stuff, all the problems in the world, and you just feel so ill when you leave. So it's like, okay, you get an hour and that's it. Then I'm out of here and I got to go clear my energy.
Yeah. Okay.
So you get to decide how much of that you're going to take. And of course, put up your shield.
Yes.
No?
Yeah, I try to use the zip up, and I do wrap myself in light.
Yeah.
So Gavin agrees.
Yes, very good, Gavin. So let's also ask about this book publisher, whether it's highly likely that they're going to publish you. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. So is it highly likely that this publisher will actually publish the book? I'm getting a yes. Okay. And so can she expect to hear from them within like the next 3 months? No, it's going to be longer.
Yeah.
Like 6 months or less? Yeah. So somewhere between 3 and 6 months.
Okay.
Feeling like.
Cool. Yeah, because of COVID, who knows how slow or fast things are going for them. So,
yeah.
Okay.
What was the other question?
That was it. You got all of it. Oh, the crickets. I guess just
crickets,
the crickets were the sign for that of just good luck. So.
Okay, so are the crickets about good luck? Is that what? Yeah, you got that exactly right. And they're also about the joy. It's just lightening you up because you've got all that darkness around that you're battling. So the crickets are just to bring you back into the present. Helping you stay present and stay light and let go of all that stuff. Because what do? They just hop around and they make their music and don't worry too much.
Oh, yeah.
They're just being. They're a great example of being.
Yeah. That's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you. Say bye-bye.
Bye, Gavin.
I'll still be here, but he might wander out. So.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Next up is Katerina. I love the name, Katerina. She's unmuted. Good.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Deborah. First of all, thank you for this, and thank you so much for your sessions in the past. So my question is, with everything going on in the world, I know that I am here to be of service. And one of the things I experience is some challenges in getting recognition for my work or in being able to help people as much as I want to and am able to. So something I've been considering is going back to school to study to become a therapist or a psychologist, and partly because I feel that if I had a more formal qualification, that my work would be received and have greater impact. However, that would take 2 or 3 years from where I am now, and I'm nearly 40, so I'm thinking is it worth it for me to invest that time? Would it be a good optimal choice so that I am better placed, better positioned to be more of service?
Okay. So for Katharina, would it be the optimal choice to get more training, more accreditation? That's a big maybe. It's like, if you really want it, if it's important to you, then do it, but you don't need it. You already have what you need. So the choice is totally yours, but it's not going to give you more than you already have. It's just going to add more letters behind your name.
Okay, thank you. I guess just to follow up, do they have any guidance on how in my current situation I can be of greater service if I feel like the lack of training sometimes holds me back?
Okay. Let's ask the question slightly differently, because I'm feeling there's something else happening here. So Katharina has this idea that she's not serving at her optimal. Is that true? No, it's not. You are feeling like you've got to spill your guts and you know, bleed for people, and you don't have to do that. That's a compulsion of overgiving. So it's actually not healthy for you. What you need to understand is that you are already enough with what you're doing. It's fine. As long as it brings you joy and it serves those who you work with, it's already perfect. Don't feel like you have to keep giving more and more. And I'm telling you this from experience, because I feel it too. It's like, oh my God, somebody's pushing on my shoulders saying more, more, more. And it's not true. We don't have to do that. It doesn't serve us. That's that place of overgiving and needing validation. When you're already enough, your angels and guides are telling you you're beautiful and perfect. You're already giving enough. Maybe you're giving too much and you're not helping yourself. Maybe that's why you're feeling held back, because you're not doing enough self-care.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You satisfied with that, Katharina?
I think so. I think there's still a little part of me that's wondering, that I would like for my work to have greater impact.
Then believe it does.
Yeah. How do you know it's not? It feels like it is. It feels like you're already more than enough. You're overgiving. So that's that little self-esteem elf deep inside that's saying you've got to do more to be appreciated, to be enough. You're already enough. You're not going to reach that. You'll never get there. You have to shut that voice down and say, you're a liar. I'm already enough because Creator says so.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. And I was so drawn by her because I went back to school at the age of 58 to get my doctorate. And I thought I need to have that on my cover of my book. And it was all my ego, but I had fun doing it. So that's the case of it. Justine is next. Our healing space. She wants her healing space better. Justine, good. She's unmuted. Good.
Hi.
Hi, Justine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I do have a space reserved for me at my daughter's salon, and there are a few days that I can work there, right? It's, we haven't made the official announcement yet, but it's coming up. But my own private little space at my house is where I am right now. And I wanted to install a bathroom because I don't really enjoy the idea of people coming in my house to use. So I'm just wondering, and also I share the house. There's just, and I feel like from here it would just make things a lot easier. My question is, it would be expensive to install a bathroom here because it would need septic, right? So I'm just asking, is this something good for me to strive for? Or am I on the wrong? Is this just not necessary?
Okay. Well, the first thing I want to tell
I
you
want to make it very special. I want to make it very special.
you're breaking up, so I'm not getting everything you said. But the first thing is that you don't have to install a septic. You can get a composting toilet. All it needs is a vent. That's
Okay.
another option you might consider. But let's just ask, is it an optimal choice for you to install a bathroom in your office space? So would that be the optimal? Yeah, because it's going to make you more comfortable and you're going to be able to serve. Are you still there?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Rose.
I'm here.
Yeah. So I would say, you know, you can get a really nice composting toilet for around $1,000. And then it just needs to be vented, which is way cheaper than doing a regular toilet and all that plumbing and everything. So that could be an option for you.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I also had a question about some issues with my house that my present insurance company says they're ending their coverage in October, at the end of October. So my question is, will I be able to make enough improvement for another insurance company? I'm thinking the answer is yes. I just want to know. We're painting the house and making some repairs.
Yeah, you broke up again. So I'm just going to ask, are the repairs that you're doing sufficient to allow another insurance company to cover you? For Justine, will she get another insurance agency with the repairs that she's doing? Yeah. You might have to go through a few, but there's one out there that will accept you. You know, it just comes down to they'll charge you a higher rate if something's not to their liking.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Bridget is up next.
Hi, Bridget.
Hello, hi.
So
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. So glad you could join us. How are you?
Well, thank you. It's great to be here again. My question is, well, my first question is a specific one. It's my friend Tom has joined a business, and it's online, and it's to do with trading. And he's invited me to join for a few €100, and part of the business is where you just, you know, tell other people about it and that. But I suppose I'm wondering, is it a good move for me? And I suppose what's behind it is I'm just wondering, like, I just want people to benefit from it. I want to tell people about it only if it's really going to benefit them. I don't want them to, you know, to be a negative move for people.
So let's just ask, is this an optimal choice for you to get involved in this business with your friend Tom? Is this trading opportunity the optimal choice for Bridget at this time? Yeah, I get a yes on that, which is surprising. I was expecting it to be a no.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's interesting because it seems to be more of a high vibrational energy than most of those type of companies. I don't know that much about them anyway, but it seems to be almost like they're just from a higher vibration. So it's just, I think, in Europe at the moment, I'd be telling all about it and everyone else in America about it otherwise.
Well,
but part of what I understand is it's not available in America.
It's exciting, and your guides get a positive on it, so that's awesome. Go for it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Okay. Yeah. Can they tell me anything specific about how I could share the information? Because, you know, I've been basically living like a hermit for the last few years.
Yeah, I think that's the hit I just got. The reason this is a good opportunity for you is because it's going to force you to get out and not be a hermit so much, interact with other people. So it's just going out and talking with people that you meet every day. But you've got to talk with the people you meet every day. That's what you haven't been doing. So just go out there, in the grocery store, on the street. Just talk to people, but you don't want to, you know, hit them with a sales pitch right away. You want to talk to them, get to know them a little bit, and then find a way to incorporate into the conversation this exciting new thing that you're involved in. See if
Okay,
they're
great.
interested in hearing more. So if you approach it from that very friendly, non-pushy way, it's like, oh, I'm just so excited about this, and just tell them a little bit. And if they're interested, then they'll ask for more.
Yeah, because kind of the way I want to do it is just I don't want to do it in the traditional way. I just want to do it in a way that, you know, it's a positive for me and it's also a positive for whoever
That's perfect. So
joins as well. So,
as you're doing it,
yeah.
you're going to be testing and tweaking what works best for you. So just keep experimenting until you find your rhythm, and then you'll be golden.
Okay, that's great. Are there any? Is there anything practical my guides can tell me at the moment as regards to moving forward?
Okay, what can you tell Bridget about moving forward at this moment? I'm seeing like this old granny coming up behind you with a broom, and she's like scooting your behind with the broom trying to get you moving. So it's like, just get moving already, Bridget. Take action. Don't hesitate. If you feel good about something, or maybe you have a little trepidation, but you're excited, go do it. Go try it. See if it works. You'll know soon enough whether it was a good choice. But take more chances. Get out there and try new things. Engage with people. That's huge for you.
Thank you. That's absolutely brilliant. And thank you everyone on the call as well. And thank you, Debbie. You're really helped me so much with these questions. So I'm really appreciative. Thank you
for being here today.
And we had a beautiful shout out from Ava. She said, it's so beautiful to watch you question spirit, Deborah.
Oh, thank you, Ava.
Tonima? How am I
Hi.
doing with you? How am I doing with your name?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was the right pronunciation. Thank you so much. Hi, Deborah. Thank you so much for doing this. This is a wonderful, wonderful and very positive forum to be in. This is my first time. It's a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
Glad you joined us.
My question to the guides is, I have recently, it's been a year that I have moved to a new country. I have managed to find myself a wonderful job, but it's been very, very difficult for the last 8 months. People around me I'm finding them very negative, and I am losing my confidence. There's a lot of negativity around. So my question is this going to continue for a while? Due to the current situation, there aren't many jobs in the market. So is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Do I continue in this misery, or is there a way for me to move forward to another job or another opportunity? So I'm just seeking some guidance on that.
Okay, so what can you tell Tanim about this situation with all the negativity around her?
I am personally, I am a very soft-spoken introvert, and I find myself surrounded by a lot of aggressive people. That's the nature of the industry that I am working in. So I wouldn't really say it's really wrong on them, but I'm unable to, strike the balance between being aggressive and my true self, which is soft and introspective. And I find it difficult to speak up in forums, and that's kind of bringing down my self-confidence and self-esteem. And the whole experience is becoming more and more difficult in the current job. I can't quit because it would be difficult for me to sustain, but at the same time, every day is difficult than the one before.
Okay, so there's a lot of limiting beliefs that you're expressing, Tonima. If you believe there aren't jobs out there, there won't be jobs out there. If you believe that your guides can bring these opportunities to you and you're out there looking for them, you will find them. So as you were speaking, I was hearing that song. I think it's from The Wizard of Oz, where the little people are singing that song. Get up, get out, get into the light. You know that song?
Yes.
Okay, that's what they're singing to you. Get up, get out into the light. Get out of the darkness. That's what they're telling
Sure.
you. Because you're buried in it right now. And so you can't see. It's like you have a blanket over your head. So throw the blanket off, get out into the light, and look around for those opportunities that your guides are bringing to you. As you look up into the light more, you will see more of the opportunities. So let go of the limiting beliefs. Anytime you find yourself saying, I can't, I want you to flip it around and say, how can I? And then look for, how can you? Because there is always a way. It may not look like what you think it should look like, but there's always a way. So don't limit yourself. You have this world of possibilities out there for you, but you want to get into the light and feel the joy, and then you'll attract more opportunities to you.
Sure.
I
That
know
sounds
it's really
wonderful.
hard, but we're all sending you love and light to lift you up, okay? You can
Thank
do
you so
this.
much.
One baby step at a time.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And you just did a great job of speaking up on a forum.
Thanks. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You can do it.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Valeska. Valeska, how am I doing with your name?
Valeska.
Valeska.
Hi, everyone. How are you, Deborah? How's everyone doing?
Great to see you.
Same here. So much is going on. And a lot of the questions that were answered definitely were great. And got me thinking a lot. So thank you for everyone's questions. They definitely resonated. I have a couple questions, but I'll make them quick. First one that I'm really getting is there anything that my guides really want me to know for this moment in terms of just life, circles? I think this is a moment of self-love, I think, and I've kind of pulled away from a lot of people, and I've just kind of been home and fixing closets and stuff like that and trying to focus on work. As you know, I'm in real estate. So if there's anything that my guides really would want me to know, just to help me move forward, I would definitely be very appreciative. That's one question. Two is there's a lot of movement in my office in real estate right now, a lot of changes. And I don't know if things are moving to kind of push us out, my team, or what, or should I just stay positive for now, just because, you know, the real estate market is very stagnant in New York. And also for my moving situation, you know, I had a feeling that maybe we could move and find a bigger place in the fall, but that doesn't seem like it's what's happening. And then I got January all of a sudden. So I'm like, should I just stop looking and wasting time? Yeah. And then if anything comes in for my husband. So whatever direction you want to go, whatever flows you, I'm happy and I'm open and I'm very, very honored. Thank you.
Yeah. So what can you tell Valeska about this job situation with real estate? Should she stay the course? No, it needs to shift, Valeska. You know, if you keep doing the same thing and getting the same results, then it's time to shift, right? So this is an opportunity, is what it's feeling like for you, to look around and do it differently from the way you've been doing it. Stand out from the crowd. There are opportunities there, but if you, again, like the person we spoke to, Tonima, about limiting beliefs. If you get into those limiting beliefs that the market is slow and nothing's moving, then that's what you'll create. Here in the Poconos, they're selling houses like crazy for amazing prices. Wow. So something's happening in certain parts of the country, and it's happening there in your market as well. You're just not tapped into it because you don't believe it's there. So look for a different way of doing it. Be open to those inspired ideas of how else you can do it.
That makes sense.
So what else can you share with Valeska? What about her living situation? Is it still likely that she'll move in the fall? Is that the optimal choice for her? It's still looking like fall is good for moving, Can you narrow that down to us to a month? Would it be in September? Is September optimal? No. October. October's coming up as an optimal time to look at moving. So just, you know, put the feelers out there for what's available. It's feeling like it's going to come available soon if it's October. Let's ask, is it the first part of October? No, it's the latter part of October. So Halloweenish.
Question about that, because I'm very torn about staying in the city or going upstate. I keep looking at both areas and I'm just like, I'll stay in the city because of this is where my job is, but upstate is like nature and peacefulness and, you know, so I'm just like, I'm a little torn there.
Yeah, so that's what's blocking you, because you feel your soul is calling you to get out into nature and get away from the city. And yet you're telling yourself, I can't, because this is where my work is. That's your limiting belief.
Okay.
So how can you, Valeska, move and still earn a living? And maybe that means you're doing some commuting for a short period of time until you're able to expand your network into that area.
Okay.
Are you involved in networking groups like NAWBO or things like that where you can meet people?
No, I'm not.
That might be really good to check into.
Okay.
Because you want to expand your reach, get out and connect with a different clientele than you've, you know, previously connected with.
Okay.
And I know years ago I was in NAWBO when I lived in Brooklyn. There were people in the organization who had second houses upstate.
Wow.
So lots of
How
connections.
do you spell that?
NAWBO. So it's National Association of Women Business Owners.
NAWBO. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So what else was left?
If there's anything for, you know, in terms for my husband in his, you know, job search and his, or, you know, he's trying to create a business as well. Yeah, and he's just, you know, he's moving forward, but very slowly. And even though he's very positive and he keeps moving forward, I still see it from afar that he's like struggling and having that inner, you know, like, why can't things move a little faster kind of feeling. And I just feel for him. So I was wondering if there was anything there for him that I could share.
Okay. And what's his name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. So for Jeremy, what can you share with him about starting this business and things being a struggle and going slower? Is it true that he's feeling that things are going too slow? No. That's something you're projecting onto him. He is moving forward. He's seeing progress.
Okay.
And he's doing little things all the time that you're probably not even aware of, that he's seeing as that progress. So he's putting his foundation together brick by brick. He's right there working at it very industriously. So what you can do is acknowledge and support that, and he'll move faster.
Okay.
If you're always behind him feeling like, you got to move faster, you got to move faster, you're going to slow him down.
Okay.
He feels that energy as a negative that's draining on him. So just be supportive and cheer him on, and then he will move faster.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And if there's anything else that my guides would like me to know, I don't know if I'm being selfish and pulling away from friends and like spiritual groups and stuff like that, or if it's just like because that's what my soul needs right now, and I'm not being selfish, and it's the right kind of thing, and just focus on me and my home and just trying to build myself. Yeah.
So is it the optimal choice right now for Valeska to pull away and to hunker down and work on herself? Yeah, absolutely. That's just your intuition, so honor it and do it. It will serve you well. A lot of people are feeling that right now. It's not just you. And you know, I wrote to you, I'm taking October off because I need the self-care. It's time to recharge the batteries and work on that. I teach it all the time, but I don't always do it. Guilty. I don't. So I had this reflection last week, and it's like, I'm just feeling off. The joy is not there that was there, and I want it back. Because it's so delicious when you're in that blissful place of being on your purpose and in your purpose and just reveling. When it's not there, you really miss it. So I just got that, hey, you know, got to do some self-care here.
Absolutely.
You're going to run out of gas and can't help anybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's normal, honor it and do it. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Many blessings to you and everyone in the call. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Crystal is up next. Crystal, unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Miss Deborah?
Hi, Crystal. Great. Good to see you.
You too, love. Okay, I have a few questions. Not a lot. All right. Do my ancestors need me to do anything else in regards to my business? Because I'm trying to grow my intuition more, so I could be more like you.
Okay. So for Crystal, are her ancestors needing her to do something to grow the business? Is there something the ancestors are wanting from Crystal? No, I'm getting there's nothing. They're just cheering you on. They're happy for you because it's feeling like you are forging new paths that they might have wanted, but they never got to. So they're kind of living vicariously through you, and they're really enjoying it.
That is awesome. Okay. Well, shoot. Let's see. What else do I have? No, that was it. Girl. That's it. That was it. I love
All systems go, Crystal. Get out there and do it.
All right, baby.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much. Bless each and every one of you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was everyone in the queue. And I'd like to just request a blessing in 1 hour. 2 o'clock, actually an hour and 20 minutes. I will be doing another 2-hour mind-shifting deep dive, and just charge my energy field, please.
Yes. Okay. So, what can you share with Donna to give her that extra boost to carry her through with excitement and joy as she serves her tribe? Feeling tingly all over. That energy is just coming in and lighting up. It's pouring. Oh, it's pouring like a waterfall, pounding down into your crown chakra, Donna, and filling up every inch of your being, recharging you. Because you know, water, when it's that powerful, makes electricity, doesn't it? And so it's energizing your body and bringing in more vital life force energy. It's filling you to overflowing. And that happens very rapidly because this is a powerful stream of water. And so now it's overflowing. It's continuing to pour in, but some is overflowing. And it's just the water rising around you. And now you're becoming very buoyant and you're just floating in this water. You're being lifted up by your guide team. They're supporting you so that you serve your clients with less effort. It's flow, Donna. They just want you to flow. And they're going to hold you up. Those long legs of yours probably sink to the bottom when you try to float. So they're just saying, hey, Donna, you don't have to worry about that. We're going to support you. Just lie back and allow all of the wisdom and the teaching to flow easily and effortlessly from you. And it's feeling like when you do that, even more inspiration is going to come in so that you will deliver at a higher level than you've ever delivered before, because you're just allowing it to flow and inspire you in the moment. So now you're all sparkly, just little twinkly sparkles all over you. It's like they've just cleansed you and blow dried you, and now you're ready to get in your Corvette and just zoom off into that bright future, taking all of your tribe with you on this new journey, because it's so energized and so powerful that you need something like a Corvette to take off and go. It's that much power behind you. Rocket ships.
Like I'm really going to fit in a Corvette.
Well, those seats move back really far.
Okay, I have one that fits. I have a custom designed vehicle. Well, we do have a custom designed vehicle. I mean, our body is our vehicle and our mind is the driver. So, yay. I come fully equipped.
And yours is convertible, so there's plenty of headroom.
Thank you. I got it. That was wonderful because one of my mind shift exercises actually has, it's almost like a waterfall coming over people. So you just tapped into it, by the way. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think we're done for the day.
Okay, anybody here that didn't ask a question that wants to? Stella?
Let me just jump in quickly then. I've been following the theme really rather than coming in with a question today. And I feel that work-wise, I work for myself. I've been recharging my batteries. So I'm enjoying that. And I'm in no rush to move things on, but I'm not sure whether I'm sort of heading for more retirement or whether I'm supposed to be just resting now because something more is coming in maybe next year. So I'm just going along day to day really, but definitely taking it easy as far as clients are concerned and just making the work easy. But one of the questions that I have in my mind, which I'm going to do the suggestion about working with the solar plexus, I suppose, but it's about whether to move house because I've been in this house for 14 years and it feels like it's a never-ending project. There's always something else to do. I feel like I'm never going to get to the end of that. And I don't know whether that's because I don't love the house enough or whether I need to be moving now. And we thought about the possibility of moving, but don't know whether we should move far away or just nearby or just stay where we are because we're in our 60s and 70s now. We're in a bungalow. I'm looking out now over beautiful views, you know. So have you got any ideas on that one?
Yeah, so I'm feeling that restlessness, like you want to get out. And so you're in your 60s and 70s. So what? As long as you're breathing, it's not too late to make those kind of changes, right? So would it be an optimal choice for Stella to move from her home of 14 years? Yeah, absolutely. I hear your soul singing at the thought because she's wanting change and growth. It's feeling like you're a little stagnant where you're at. And that's why you're wanting to change it. You're trying to freshen it up, but no, you've outgrown it. It's time for something new. So would it be optimal to move somewhere nearby? No, further away. Like more than 100 miles away? Less than 100 miles? Less than 100, so more than 50 miles. This is funny. It's saying no to more than 50 miles. So I guess what we have to redefine what we think of as far away. I don't think 50 miles is very far. So more than 25 miles? What's that?
Because if you live in Lancashire, I live in the middle of, you know, in a little quiet place.
Okay.
So 50 miles is a long way.
Okay. So more than
20 family as well, moving away from family and grandchildren. And we have a daughter who lives in the south of England, if you will, moving to Wales, which is again, you know, 400 miles away, whatever, from here. And then other children that live around here. So it's just like, do we move away from them? When one of the things that gives me joy and you know, talking about the legacy when we die is to spend more time, quality time with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Having brought up quite a few children, you know, so that I've spent some quality time with them. So that's a dilemma, really.
Yeah, so I'm still asking about the mileage because I want to pinpoint it for you to give you an idea what to look for.
I get my compass out after, do a radius around here.
So it's feeling like between 25 and 50 miles. So it's not all that far.
Yeah. Would it be more towards the sea? Because we do, you know, we're not far from the sea or more into the country.
Would it be optimal to move closer to the sea? Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots of joy, feeling the spray on your face. Yeah.
Yeah, I had thought that, but I wasn't sure whether it was just because being in lockdown, we haven't spent any time at the seaside. I wasn't sure whether that's what I was looking for. So last week we went to the seaside just for a day, just to sort of get that sense.
And did you feel uplifted while you were there and happy?
Yeah, we always do. But I enjoy the countryside. As I say, I'm sitting here looking out over hills and fields. It's beautiful, you know, but I do feel a sense of maybe feeling drawn to be more than near the sea.
Yeah, your soul is just looking for new challenges. Just a little bored with where you're at now.
And that will dictate work, because obviously if I move over to the seaside, I won't be taking my current clients with me. So I'd have to look to do more online maybe, or do something new.
Yeah. Can you still serve them if you're 25 miles away?
Online, but I wouldn't be looking to take those people physically with me, but I could do some work online.
Yeah. So you can use that as a transition. You don't have to totally give up your clients. You can still use that as you transition to the new space and find more local people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And sorry.
Get your intention of what you want to move to. Do you want that bungalow? Do you want something closer to the water? Get that vision and then go find it.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it. I don't know where, I don't feel like I haven't quite found the right place yet.
Yeah. Time to start looking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And is that next year? It's not this year, is it? Can't see us moving this year.
So would it be
Next year.
optimal
Within a year.
to move next year? Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
Would it be wise to move this year? No. Okay.
Can't see that happening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And interestingly enough, the general question about the situation in America, I know what happened, is that my mother told me never to talk about politics or religion, so it had canceled the question in my subconscious mind. So I will ask a general question about the situation in America.
Okay. So what can you tell us about the situation currently in America and where we're going? Now, lots of that dark, swirling energy, chaotic energy. It's like the witches are stirring this evil brew. It's kind of that energy. So there's a lot of fingers in the pie that are mucking things up, causing that confusion and chaos. And this is deliberate. It's by design. It's not an accident. It's like we're all sailing on this ship and they're tilting the boat all the time, trying to keep us off balance so that we won't pay attention to those things that are important to us, that would be important if we knew they were going on. So there's a lot of undercurrent, a lot of like really negative, gunky stuff going on in the undercurrent. So for us, they're encouraging us to rise above that. Don't engage with it, of course. Be aware that it's there, but don't be overly concerned about it, because then that puts more focus on it and it empowers it. So it's about holding that vision for where you want the ship to go. Just like Stella's going to envision the new home that she wants, we're going to envision what we want our country to look like and allow that collective vision to rise up and to meld so that it will be something that will serve the many at a greater level than it has for some time now. But they're saying, don't give up hope, because then all will be lost. Don't allow yourself to fall into the muck and the mire and that morass, that deep well of depression and feeling like all hope is lost, because some days it probably does feel that way. I know for me it does, but that's not the truth. That's an illusion. That's the whispering from those dark forces that are trying to keep us distracted and get us off of our paths. But as we come together in service to humanity, the light workers of the world, we will rise up above this. We will create new paths, and we will, like the leaders that we are, draw our tribes to us, and they will follow us into the light out of the darkness. So that's where we're headed. Now, can you tell us anything about the timeline? Are we likely to get back into more light than dark in the next year after January? Will that be more light? Yeah. Will there be still a lot of darkness that we'll have to contend with? Yeah, it's not going to completely disappear. It's still going to be there. It's going to be a journey. So when do you project that things will really start to turn around and everybody will be, well, most everybody will be more hopeful and upbeat again? Would that be 2022? 23? Okay, so by 2023, things will start moving in a much more positive direction. Meanwhile, it's incumbent upon all of us to bring our very best to the table, to not lose hope. And know in those days when you really feel like you just can't take it anymore, It's okay to hunker down, recharge your battery. Don't engage with other people until you've recharged and you feel strong again. And even then, only engage at the level that you feel comfortable. Because as soon as it starts feeling like it's draining you, it's time to get out of there again. So be very mindful and present with yourself and your energy. Very protective of yourselves right now. Remember to put on your zip up if you haven't already when you're out in that energy. Remember to set your clear boundaries. You can even invoke your angels, Metatron, whomever you call upon. Ask them to erect a protective shield around you that will keep that at least at arm's length so that it won't intrude upon your energy and bring you down so quickly. You need that boundary, that protective bubble right now. So just be conscious of doing that, taking care of self. Remember to take the breaks when you need to, but don't give up. Always keep coming back. It's like chipping away with the chisel and the hammer at this mass that's out there, and we will. By 2023, things are going to look a lot better. Does that help? Questions? Yeah, celebrate. Yeah, I wish it was sooner, but you know, a lot is there to be cleaned up, so it's going to take a while.
What would you have people do in relationship to you going forward? Because I had always said that it's important to turn this free into an affordable engagement for you.
Right now, I don't know, because I'm not in a good place to be making those kind of choices. I need to, you know, regroup and recharge my battery. But yeah, at some point, probably it will. It'll evolve. But I don't know what that would look like right now. Open to suggestions. What would serve those of you who have been coming and partaking? And you can, you know, you can email that or you can share here, whatever.
Ava has something to say.
Yeah, I know if you've ever paid attention to Feel Good, he is psychic and he has donation links on his YouTube. And I know you do Twitter, so you could put one there too. And you can put a donation link here too, because that way, whoever feels called to give you whatever at the time, sorry, that's Gavin.
That's okay.
You know, because yeah, definitely. So.
Okay.
Yeah, just an idea.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's awesome because, you know, it's like Marie and I were talking recently. We can't see things for ourselves that are so obvious to other people.
Yeah, well, you would be surprised sometimes. I just watch a YouTube live with them. There was somebody, you know, because people love their angel numbers. They gave him $444 just for being on YouTube doing a live, and I was like, wow, and just. And some people, they did $5.55, you know, things like that, where it was just, you get to see where everybody knows their budget and they feel what feels right for them. And they know when you speak truth to them, you know, what that value is to them and what they're able to give. So
that's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Since you were talking about monetizing, I just wanted to encourage you to do that. Okay, I will be your guide today and say, do it.
Thank you, Melinda. Yeah. The soul introduction readings, you guys, are just so phenomenal because they totally transform you, the way you see yourself and the way you interact with the world. And they're just the most amazing, blessed experience. I love doing them. Yeah. So should we just have a little blessing to close things down if there are no more questions?
Yep.
One more question. Sorry. Speaking of soul introductions, because I did love mine. If anybody hasn't had theirs, do it. Can you ever gift someone like one? I didn't know if you had a gift card option on yours, because there's someone like my mom, which I know my husband might be like, I don't want to give that Christmas gift to your mom, but I would love for her to have one. And I feel like for her, because she doesn't really have that abundance mindset yet, that if I gave it to her, she'd get it done. But if I tell her, Mom, this is amazing, do it for yourself, she won't.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You can always purchase one, and then in the comments, you can say it's a gift.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And then what about kids? When can you have theirs read? Because I know, like, it's my business because I want to raise them, but at the same time, like, they are sweet little babies just watching Sesame Street. You know?
Yeah. Whenever you feel drawn to it, the recommendation is not before 6 months.
Okay, yeah.
I would even think toddler is probably better because then the personality is starting to emerge. And at that point, it's really important to understand how they're wired because you can then help them to step more fully into their gift. Like my granddaughter is truth. And so, you know, I've been helping her to see that and how it shows up in her life. And I look at her progress and the wisdom she has at the age of almost 10. It's astonishing. So it allows us as, you know, the adults in the situation to help them develop their gifts faster so that they'll have a, you know, a faster trajectory into living their purpose than we did. Imagine if we'd known this when we were kids.
I know, right? All right. I'll leave you alone. Thanks.
Yes. Thank you.
Ava, thank you so much for that, because that then becomes a way that you can easily monetize what you already do by putting a little thing that says, okay, you want to buy it for somebody else? Then you might do that and put another form there beside it where they can do that. They can buy it for somebody else and have the form that way.
Yeah, I can add an option to gift. Sure. Thank you. All right, though, shall we just have a little closing and blessing and see what they have to share with us?
Please.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you all for being here. I so appreciate you. Oh, so thank you, all of our amazing teams, for being here with us today, for lifting us up, because I truly do feel lighter after this time we've spent together. The energy is just so beautiful, sparkling like diamonds, and it truly is like a precious gem as we spend this time and we share this energy. Thank you for helping us to walk into a new week and into a brighter future, knowing with more confidence that these dark days will come to an end, that there is hope. Thank you for sharing that. We so appreciate it. It's like you've given us a little lifeboat in the midst of the stormy sea. And we trust that you will keep us safe in that little lifeboat until we reach shore once again. And there it is now, far away on the horizon. We just see a speck of it. And we know and trust that you're bringing us ever closer, day by day, as we faithfully step forward in service to ourselves and to humanity in the way that feeds our soul. Each and every day, just taking those baby steps, finding the joy, sharing the joy, including laughter as often as possible, bringing in that playful, childlike energy that Gavin so beautifully demonstrated for us today. More of that will help us to move closer to shore faster. We need more of that playful energy because that shifts all of us into a place where more opportunities are visible so that we can avail ourselves of them faster. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping us to see through that negative Nancy voice of ego that sits on our shoulder and whispers dark things to us, bringing us down, limiting us. Thank you for helping us connect more deeply with our soul, knowing that that's who we truly are. We are divine souls, and we are on this mission of expansion, higher consciousness, more joy, and sharing that with whomever we feel led to share it with. And in that doing, that lifts us right up out of that lifeboat. The angels come down and they grab us under our arms, gently lifting us up and flying us into a brighter tomorrow, into the sunshine and the rainbows, all of the beautiful, amazing, warm, love and light places that await us just down the road. Thank you for bringing us that beautiful vision, for leading and guiding us, for being that light in the darkness that we so crave. from all of us. We thank you from the depths of our being with so much gratitude for being there always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank all of you. Appreciate you. See you soon. Keep me posted on your progress. I want to hear all of your happy news as we all expand into our bright future. Okay, thank you, Donna.
You are welcome. Thank you.
And wishing you a fabulous, fabulous session this afternoon. You are just going to soar with your tribe.
Thank you. I'm on the launch pad.
Yes, you are, like a rocket ship. Okay, bye everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good luck, Donna. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.